Have you ever noticed that from childhood to adulthood, we are taught the same message over and over again? That if you want to make money, you have to work hard. Wake up early, grind harder than everyone else, and push until you're exhausted. Society teaches us that the most valuable person is the one who works the hardest. Sounds right, doesn't it? But what if I told you that this idea is one of the deepest thought traps ever created? This belief is so deeply embedded in our society that it's been passed down from generation to generation. It's in our parents' advice, the expectations of teachers, the judgment in the eyes of others, and, worst of all, it's ingrained in our subconscious. It makes you feel guilty when you earn money without struggle. It makes you feel unworthy when wealth flows to you easily. And the moment it does, you might even sabotage yourself. Why? Because you've been conditioned to think that if you're not exhausted, you don't deserve it. You accept only what you think you've earned through sweat. This isn't morality, it's programming. It's a hidden system designed to keep you working, to keep you tired, and to keep you from ever realizing that money doesn't come from effort alone. It comes from understanding. Real wealth comes from systems, from leverage, from using your mind instead of just your muscles. The richest people in the world aren't the ones working 18-hour shifts in the sun. They're not physically tired. They're building systems that work for them while they sleep. They're using other people's time, other people's money, and most importantly, they're using ideas. The truth is, in today's world, believing that money only comes from physical labor is a recipe for staying broke. It might have worked 100 years ago, but now it's just a loop. Work, earn, spend, repeat. You work harder and harder and stay in the same place unless you break the belief. Ask yourself, why do I feel bad when I receive money without working hard? Why do I reject comfort and ease? Why do I think wealth must equal struggle? That belief is what's stopping you. It creates inner conflict. It blocks abundance. It tells your subconscious, I don't deserve wealth unless I suffer for it. Do rich people never get tired? Of course they do. But they get tired once to build the system. After that, the system runs. Poor people? They stay tired every day. No system, just labor. No leverage, just effort. It's not a work ethic issue. It's a mindset issue. Many people fear ease. They've been taught that if you earn easily, you're lazy or even dishonest. But this fear kills your potential. It steals your time, your energy, and your courage. It's time to uproot that belief. This isn't just about money. It's about the life you deserve. Ask yourself, are you working hard to prove something? Or are you building a life you no longer need to prove? If you want to change, start here. Stop believing that money must come only from exhaustion. Real wealth comes from understanding the game. And it's not a game of muscles. It's a game of the mind. Let's go deeper. Have you ever noticed what you say about money every day? Phrases like, I never have enough. Money doesn't grow on trees. This salary is barely enough. These aren't just complaints. They're commands. Your words are shaping your reality. You are telling your brain, your subconscious, and the universe. Stay broke. Words are powerful. When you say, I'm broke, you're not just describing your situation, you're programming it. You're hypnotizing yourself to stay in scarcity. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, try saying, how can I afford this? That one word shift turns off the limitation and turns on the solution. Don't lie to yourself. Upgrade your language. Say, I'm building wealth. I'm learning to receive. I deserve abundance. Money doesn't hate you. It's not avoiding you. It's waiting for you to stop pushing it away with your words. If you can't say something empowering, say nothing. Silence is better than self-sabotage. Let's talk about mornings. Do you know that the first thought you have when you wake up sets the tone for your entire day? Most people wake up and immediately worry. They check their bank account. They sigh. They say things like, "How am I going to make it through today?" If you wake up to survive, you won't thrive. Wealthy people wake up with intention. They start their day with thoughts like, what can I create today? How can I expand? How can I serve and receive? This isn't about luck. It's not about privilege. It's about practice. You've been practicing survival thoughts. It's time to practice abundance. Start tomorrow by taking 2 minutes to breathe deeply. Say, today I choose abundance. Today I welcome wealth. Today I act with confidence. You're not being unrealistic. You're being intentional. And that's the difference. Now let's talk about your spending habits. Do you ever feel proud when you save a few dollars? When you get a discount or a coupon code? When you buy something cheaper than your friend did? Saving money isn't bad, but the mindset behind it can be. If you spend hours hunting for a $2 coupon, but never spend 1 hour learning how to earn $200 more, you're playing the wrong game. Rich people don't obsess over discounts. They value their time and energy. They don't save out of fear. They invest out of purpose. They use their time to build, to create, and to grow. So instead of asking, how can I pay less? Ask, how can I earn more? Stop thinking like a survivor. Start thinking like a creator. And one more thing, boundaries. How many times have you been overcharged a little bit and said nothing? How many times have you been taken advantage of and just smiled and let it go? You may think you're being kind, but what you're really doing is telling the universe that your energy, your time, and your money don't matter. Rich people aren't greedy. They're intentional. They know every dollar represents life force. They protect their energy. They set boundaries. When you stand up for yourself, you tell the world, I am valuable. You teach others how to treat you, and you train your subconscious to attract what you deserve. So what's the real secret? The money you want is already in motion. It's waiting for you to stop blocking it. With your beliefs, with your words, with your habits. Start talking like the person you want to become. Start thinking like someone who deserves to be rich. Not someday, now. Money is not evil. Money is not wrong. Money is just energy. It flows to those who are aligned, who are open, and who are ready. Are you ready? If so, I'll see you in the next episode, where we'll talk about the next hidden habit that's stopping you from building real wealth and how to fix it for good. Until then, remember, every word you speak is a seed. So speak wealth, speak growth, and speak freedom. Stay tuned. The next level is already waiting for you. In today's episode, you discovered the hidden beliefs that keep most people poor and how to replace them with a mindset of abundance. Here's what we covered. You learned that working hard alone will not make you rich. True wealth comes from systems, leverage, and the ability to use your mind, not just your muscles. You saw how your words shape your reality. Every time you say, I'm broke, you're telling your brain to stay that way. But when you speak with power, I'm building wealth, I'm growing, your life starts to shift. You realize that mornings shape your mindset. Wake up with panic, and your day will follow. Wake up with purpose, and abundance begins. You discovered that small savings thinking keeps you stuck, while investing in yourself, your skills, ideas, and confidence is the way forward. You learned that boundaries are wealth. When you allow people to overstep, overcharge, or undervalue you, you signal to the world that you don't believe in your worth. Wealthy people protect their energy and stand in their value. Here is tip for your money is not the reward for your exhaustion. It's the reward for your awareness. You don't need to suffer to succeed. You don't need to work yourself to the bone to feel worthy. You just need to change the game you're playing. Stop chasing discounts and start chasing value. Stop saying, "I can't," and start asking, "How can I?" Stop waking up in survival mode and start rising with purpose. You don't need to wait. You don't need permission. You're already worthy. Now it's time to act like it. And that wraps up today's powerful message on Rise and Inspire. If this video hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Comment with the part that woke you up. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. You're not here to live small. You're here to rise, to build, to become who you were born to be. So remember this: every word you speak is a command. Every thought is a blueprint. Every action is a brick in the life you're building. So speak like you're wealthy, think like you're powerful, and move like you're unstoppable. This is your time. This is your moment.